we have now our second championship match. This contest will be a South End Street Fight. For this contest, we do advise people, please do remain in your seats throughout this match. Especially when the fighting is outside. This contest will be for the tag team titles, and we will be doing the introductions on the wrestlers' entrances. Please, can we get the music for the challengers?
I used to be a big fan of these two. They really showed their true colours at the last show.
When we saw these guys do what they did, as you say, review their true colours, they did the Lord's work. Because I said it then, I'll say it now. Who wants to hear karaoke at a wrestling show?
I wasn't. I will agree with you. I wasn't really looking forward to the karaoke. But I didn't expect these two to be as underhanded as they've shown themselves to be. They're both so talented. I've seen how hard they train. They don't need to take shortcuts like that.
Maybe they feel that they were a little undervalued, perhaps. And they're pushing
their opponents
themselves.
I suppose there is the argument that it was that behaviour that got them into this position of having a tag team title match today. Kraven and founder Jackson, two of the three members of KJB, Reagan Blade, missing and appearing later today in our program. 93 days they've held these belts now, having won them from black and gold earlier this year. But this will be a very different match from that one.
Indeed, indeed. And that was a Rumble show in Bromley. They won these titles. This is going to be different because normally in the timeline that we've seen of KJB, it's all been Kraven and Reagan Blake.
Yes.
This time round, it's Matt Kraven and Founder Jackson.
Yes, three bad rules they're defending these belts under, so any combination of these three men can defend the belts. As you say, Matt Kraven and Reagan Blade, much more practice in recent months working together. Perhaps that level, like that lack of polish, could work against the champions here.
Potentially.
Founder Jackson, more experience than these other three men in the ring put together, potentially.
Exactly. But
will that difference be enough?
But also, Founder's got a real knack, shall we say, for street fights or unsanctioned matches, them sorts of vibes. Where there's no rules, he vibes.
You can tell he's ready for a street fight. He's got the jeans on, and it's a hot start on this hot day as the first class flyers and KJB just start unloading on each other. Dercio De Silva and Matt Kraven immediately take to the outside. Founder Jackson taking it upon himself to take the big man, David De Niro, out.
And of course, who was the one who delivered that brutal sideline suplex at Space Theatre? It was David De Niro.
It was.
So it makes complete sense that Founder would go after him first.
The action spilling all around Balmoral Community Centre.
And this is the value you get when you buy a ticket to a DKW show, because the action can literally go anywhere.
It's a sweaty day. You could be in the splash zone as the sweat rides off these men.
Indeed.
David De Niro sending Founder Jackson back into the ring.
I suppose wrestling is stuff with the buff.
Jackson trying to drop the big man down, take out the legs, take out the base of power. jump to land that forearm.
Needs it more than that, Founder, to take down David De Niro.
Darcio De Silva, having destroyed Matt Kraven over by the merch table, now slowly making his way back to the ring. Founder Jackson sends David De Niro out, but here comes Darcio De Silva, ready to get the jump on him.
Unbeknownst to Founder, but Founder does hit him with the arm drag.
Eyes in the back of his head has Founder Jackson.
I mean, I think that comes with over 20 years experience.
It is. Big sidewalk slam. As Matt Kraven and David De Niro fight by the windows.
Try a bit of sunlight, perhaps. Meanwhile, in the ring, got Darcio and Founder Jackson. As Founder tries to do something there.
Exploder suplex sends Darcio De Silva across the ring.
Matt Kraven's not really getting a really prominent start here. I'll say that. Does say David De Niro into a ring post.
It almost looked like David De Niro was able to walk that one off, but he started stumbling as he took a few steps away. Perhaps a delayed reaction to a, perhaps concussed by hitting his head on that turnbuckle post. Founder Jackson not giving him a moment to breathe though. Darcio De Silva with a big drop kick misses. Matt Kraven with the senton. Kraven took a bit of time to get going in this match, but now has all of the momentum.
Definitely the speedier of the two teams in the ring right now.
Big boot sends Darcio De Silva to the outside. Matt Kraven chasing. Now the action can go anywhere, but it does need to get finished in the ring. Pinfalls and submissions must take place in the ring. Sent on to the outside.
And now even the referee's joining the action on the outside.
Darcio De Silva hitting that hard wooden floor with a sickening thud.
The amount of damage that must be inflicted on someone from using the outside environment compared to the in-ring environment must be completely different from the inside, right?
Yeah, your body gets it, as much as it hurts hitting that mat, your body does become a little bit accustomed to it. The hard wooden floors of this community centre are much different to land on.
Indeed.
Darcio De Silva back up on his feet now. Matt Kraven has him in the corner.
Meanwhile, Founder Jackson is being just dealt with on the stairs.
Matt Kraven noticing that Founder Jackson in trouble comes over to assist. Big slap to the face of the big man. He sends him into that turnbuckle with some serious momentum.
Seemingly out on his feet, David De Niro.
KJB with double axe handles on the back of David De Niro. Now isolating the smaller of the first class players, Darcio.
Oh. I found the strongest stand there.
It is.
Now, it's times like these that I question KJB because surely keep the fight going to them. Sure, don't let him relax.
I agree with you there. This is the time where KJB need to press the advantage. They had the momentum. The first class players currently having a little strategic break.
But maybe that was a possum.
Always, but he seems to be getting distracted by the jeers from the audience.
And a bit of his own medicine, Matt Kraven being thrown into the ring post that David has been thrown to like 3 or 4 times now.
Turnabout is fair play, I suppose.
Remember, this is a street fight. It's South End street fight, which means anything is legal.
Yeah, they can even go down to the beach and start hitting each other with shells.
Exactly.
Put someone through a sandcastle.
It's a good like 10-minute walk away, but yeah.
Now we've got time. Eat into the rattle a bit.
Commentary on the road.
Matt Kraven now sent back into the ring. Darcio trusting his partner David to deal with Founder Jackson and join him in the ring while they isolate Matt Kraven.
Just in isolation, Kraven is scrambling a little bit. taking the fight with Durso, but maybe unbeknownst to him.
David De Niro with a baseball bat. It's all legal.
How'd that get here?
It seems to be under the ring. I don't know why.
We're in the UK. We don't have anything.
Maybe it's for rounders.
Maybe. Either way, directly into the midsection
Jesus!
of Matt Kraven, and that's going to do a number on you.
Oh, that's real damage to the core of Matt Kraven there. And you use that more than you'd think. That's going to have less energy for kicking out. Just holding himself upright.
Even just breathing.
Just breathing, you're right. David De Niro, a scary enough man when he's unarmed. But with a baseball bat in hand, how much damage can he do? Digging the tip of it, the highest point of pressure, choking Matt Kraven out.
Hitting him in the sternum, now holding it directly against Matt Craven's neck.
Darcio De Silva having just bent a chair over Founder Jackson's back. In front of the ring there.
Effie seems to be going first aside right now.
The chaos here in Westcliff.
I think Darcio was just teasing the throw just out the window then.
You made him think about it, put the fear of God into him.
Meanwhile, someone in the ring might need God. Matt Kraven is in a bad state. So much ferocity in Darcio here that he actually hit the light.
Almost destroying the building here. That's how much hatred is in the First Class Flyer's heart.
Just bending the chair.
You
over
can
the back.
see the dents in it. The steel has dent over the
Oh,
spine.
I thought we meant him pricking Kraven's back.
Yep. You see, with an X-ray, I think you could. Founder Jackson being absolutely destroyed on the outside by David De Niro.
And Matt Kraven being destroyed by Darcio, a brain buster inside the ring.
Still a lot of fight in Matt Kraven. He wouldn't have been able to take the tag team belts off of Black and Gold if he didn't have a huge amount of fight in him.
Indeed. Of course, that was him and Reagan Blade who won a title. Worked out Jackson.
Seems to be a bit of popcorn in the ring. Just damage, destruction, absolute chaos here in Westcliff.
Did someone get a bit hungry from popcorn in the ring now? Or? Matt might need to eat some popcorn in the ring. His energy back. Darcio and David Setzer in the corner here with a chair. Say that in the corner. And we know what tends to follow from these. And more popcorn's thrown into the ring.
DKW faithful letting themselves be known, letting their feelings be heard.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Darcio is working on the limbs of Matt Kraven. Just destroying him. Matt Kraven's not really had much of a say now in these last few minutes.
No, he has not, with Chekhov's chair in the corner now. Oh.
We know the rule of Chekhov. If it's introduced, it must be used.
Darcio almost eating that chair himself, but able to stop his momentum. Now Matt Kraven able to turn this a bit around for himself, but here comes David De Niro to break up the pin, not on his watch.
It's kind of scary seeing a man that size move that fast.
Incredible explosivity from such a big man.
We were saying that about Tom Mercer being 7 foot tall. David De Niro can't be much far off that.
No. A lot of big men on today's card. David De Niro, tall Tom Mercer. Got no nonsense Tom Edwards later, just a cavalcade of giants here at DKW.
Peter Miller, another one.
A big tree trunk leg drop and a giant splash from Darcio De Silva.
That could have been it right there, and we could have been looking at new tag team champions.
You could see Founder Jackson attempting to break up the pin, but so much been taken out of him by this point, he just didn't have the energy or the speed to get in there in time. Thankfully, Matt Kraven was able to kick out under his own power, but who knows how much longer he'll be able to do that.
Seemingly trying to set up for that chair in the corner, but Matt Kraven wants none of that, and he's fighting back.
Taking on the first class flyers, 2-on-1. Oh dear,
Snake
not
eyes.
looking good. Snake Eyes into the chair, into the corner. The chair collapsing onto that child in the front row.
Not enough just yet. There's still some fight in Matt Kraven. But as you said earlier, Dershow and David getting distracted once again by the crowd here in Westcliff. Is that an issue? Is that a problem?
It is. They need to keep focused. They have an opportunity here to win the DKW Tag Team Championships. They can't get distracted. But at the same time, maybe they wouldn't have such an issue with the crowd if they were nicer to them.
Swings away out of this. Saying that the ring mat has almost changed colour. There's a lot of people in this ring right now.
I do hope the ring crew has a dustpan and brush. Thankfully, we've got the interval after this, so they've got time to tidy up before our next series of matches.
Very true. And Dershow making use of Chekhov's chair here.
Another chair. The last one now just mangled.
David De Niro bringing in a second chair, and now 2 chairs in the ring. And some people might call this a bit slow. However, this is systematic destruction.
This is.
It's keeping Phil Jackson out of the action while they destroy Matt Kraven. It is an actual masterclass we're seeing before our eyes here from the First Class Flyers.
This is tag team wrestling. Setting up for what looks like a concerto here. They can't. Jesus, no, Dershow, you can't.
Go on, Dershow.
You have to have some level of decency still within you.
You've got to do what you can.
Founder Jackson here making the save at the last minute with a chair to the gut of Dershow De Silva. Now David De Niro. Founder finally back in this match and taking it to the First Class Flyers.
That's an illegal weapon, surely.
Big punch to the face. Dershow De Silva trying to apologise for his misdeeds, but it's too little, too late. As Founder Jackson smells the blood in the water, hits another exploder suplex.
Dershow needs to move out of the way. He wants to recover here.
Double leg drop from the Founder. Now trying to get the cover. Hooks far leg. Nowhere near enough pressure on the shoulders there.
Not enough. Founder's got a move in his arsenal that he's using for to win the British title. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't try and bring that out at some point. But saying that, this is a key opportunity here for Kraven to take advantage here of a weakened Dershow.
Kraven finally having had a chance to catch his breath, get some of his energy back. No longer fighting First Class Flyers on his own. Dershow isolated now. The big man, David De Niro, outside of the ring.
Bringing it to Dershow with that impact. Not enough though.
Not enough now to keep the belts on.
Something has to give. But will it be Kraven, will it be Founder, or will it be Dershow? Because I don't think it's going to be David De Niro.
No, I think the big man, it'll be a lot to take him down, but there are a lot of weapons in this ring.
Oh. Hitting him with the sling blades, a patented move of Matt Kraven. But David De Niro, again, we mentioned this a second ago, getting involved to bring up the pin at that breakneck speed that he can.
I mean, he just needed to get into the ring and then he could practically reach across it with himself. This man is so huge.
Oh, he's going for that same move that he hit in the Space Theatre.
Just picks up Founder with no issues, drops him, and then dumps him out of the ring.
That could be pretty much taken out.
Come on, we can finish this, look.
The First Class Flyers now desperate to put an end to this match. Dacia directing traffic, sending David De Niro out to go finish off Founder Jackson and keep him from interfering in the rest of this match.
It's sound strategy. Kraven's down, Dershow's up, David's up. Right now, this is all just for the size. Another just sort of brain buster in the ring from Dershow to take down Kraven.
Does love a brain buster.
And I think if you just heard Dershow right, he's told David to remove Founder from the equation.
Just dumping him on the stage next to our commentary desk here. Now this is a dangerous situation for Founder Jackson.
In the ring, Dutcher set up something here with Matt Kraven.
Dacia De Silva now isolating. Now this is a dangerous spot to be in. This is a low ceiling.
And Matt's not moving.
This is a low ceiling.
Oh!
Hits him with a double stomp onto the chair, and then the chair slides off, and he ends up hitting with a senton as well.
How is Kraven not down for the 3 yet?
Incredible fight. That just shows you how much these tag team championships mean to KJB, that Matt Kraven is able to keep fighting through all of this, through all this incredible pain. David De Niro returning now to the ring, having just, I guess, disposed of Founder Jackson somehow. Just gave me the cutthroat sign there.
There you go. Destroyed him. So I guess we're not seeing Founder anymore.
Jesus, what happened?
I don't know.
But now Matt Kraven in a bad position, all alone with both of the first class flyers. Oh, that's a long way down.
Almost reminiscent of a Weapon X there. Meanwhile, they're setting up something here.
No,
Kraven.
It looked like they were trying to do this earlier, but Founder Jackson was able to stop him from hitting the concerto. But there's no Founder Jackson in sight anymore.
If no one's up this, Matt Kraven's going to be in for a very nasty headache.
Jesus Christ! That's got to be it.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Here are your winners and the new DKW Tag Team Champions, the first class Lions.
Still, we have just witnessed history. The end of the 93-day reign of KJB as our true tag champions, the first class Lions, are here. They mean business, and what better way to show it than by destroying, decimating, and in one case eliminating the KJB.
KJB, a truly powerful force here in DKW, utterly dismantled by the ferocity and the violence displayed by the first class flyers.
And this is a prime chance here for the Brother Flyers to show what they can do. Because on July 11th in Bromley, we have got the DKW Tag Team World Cup. You can't assume they're going to be in it, be the champions.
You must assume. And I would not want to be the first ones to take them on.
No, but I'd like to see violence shoot the gun. I like it. It shows them in business.
Yeah, this increased intensity from the first class flyers. Although it's not exactly to my taste, and I wish they would have, stayed on the right side of the rules. It's clearly effective, as they can now call themselves champions here in DKW.
Also, you say right side of the rules, and street fight, there are no rules.
Yeah.
They're right in front of us. Dershow Silva, your new tag team champion.
Still see bits of popcorn sticking out of the back of Dacia De Silva there. I think it was sweet before, but it's definitely salty now.
Look at them. I praise them. Cheer them.